Yes, the last video was at almost 40 minutes long, but I promise that this one will be shorter, hopefully. By how much? We'll find out. Anyways, welcome to the second part of reviewing some more comebacks that came out sometime this year, who knows when at this point. Everything from last time that I talked about applies. I'm mainly doing comebacks from artists that I like or listen to, or other comebacks that stood out to me or that I enjoyed. I'm not including any Japanese comebacks, and they'll most likely be an opinion or something I say you might agree or disagree with, or an artist that you like who won't be included on here. So just, it's not anything personal again. You know, it's all subjectivity at the end of the day. We're all talking about art and music and whatever here, so let's go.
그러니 한 번 더
More
멈추지를 못해 그러니 한 번 더
More and more. Twice. Coming off arguably their most successful year and I guess revolutionary year, Twice have had a lot of expectations to live up to. With having Fancy and Feel Special taking the world by storm, they had a lot to live up to, and for me, more and more managed to do that. At my initial reaction to it, I really enjoyed it. However, I could see why some people wouldn't enjoy this as much or would find it underwhelming, with it having influence from the tropical house genre that we thought we left back in 2018, plus a beat drop each chorus with nothing extra laid on the final chorus. I can understand why many people felt disappointed. However, for me, it works really well. From the teasers instantly, I was hooked by what was shown. The mysterious echoes and beats presented in the teasers created such a magical vibe and tone to the song. I really like how it started the song with very mellow and the magical beats, which eventually built up into the chorus, and I love the pre-chorus's repetition being something so hypnotizing, which fits into the Temptation theme. Out of all the tropical house or beat drops done in the past few years, this one is done well and effectively to me. The dance during the chorus is so much fun again, and I love how the choreo is getting more complex this time, and I love the bridge with the raps. Dubche really have a lot of fun there, and you can really see that in the performances as well. I love the underlying echoes and build up in the bridge. It just amplifies its excitement, and the final push to the end chorus is executed well. I also think the abrupt ending this time works in its favour. However, I would agree that it feels empty in some places. Like in the second verse, I wish there was another layer or something to differentiate it from the first verse. It almost makes the chorus seem like out of place or something to forget, as there was not a lot of payoff the first time. This is fixed, however, with the rest of the song. Sana killed it with the comeback, with her orange sunset hair sitting by a magical pool. Her voice really shined through in the song, and Chewy's presence during this comeback was magnificent. She was like a goddess. Also, as I mentioned in my unboxing video for the album, I love her Poison Ivy inspired cocktail dress. It is just beautiful on her and fits perfectly. Speaking of the music video, it was stunning. I love the concepts based on fantasy or some sort of ancient story or literature, with this seemingly being based on the Garden of Eden was portrayed really well, and the colours and cinematography was on point. The outfits for me were 50-50, some being so beautiful and something I would love to wear, and others just not being my style. They just didn't add anything to the theme. The mini album, however, was such a good experience. My favourite songs probably being Oxygen, Shadow and Make Me Go. The vocals shone through on this album, especially Jihyo. She was amazing. Arguably, Twice are clearly changing up their concept to be more mature each comeback. Obviously, being a 5-year-old group, they can't just stay to the cute concepts forever. However, what is good about them is that the mature progression is natural. It's not forced on each comeback, and it's not completely a badass and girl crush concepts. It still has the well-known Twice elements to the song, but the progression is still visible. More and More has been a song I never skipped due to how much joy it gave me during lockdown. I really did enjoy this comeback, and I'm happy that Twice still kept who they really are. God's Menu, Stray Kids. The first album is hard to get right, especially coming off a successful trilogy that was received very well. Getting them their first wins, plus 2 other releases at the start of the year, there was a lot of expectations for Stray Kids' first album and first comeback of 2020. And what did they do?
like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin. 네의 정점을 찍고 눈에 보여 illusion.
I don't care, it's the best line of the year. God's Menu is full of satire and passive-aggressive remarks entwined with snarky and heavy beats and bass. It's so clever. It does so many things right. Jisung's rap is iconic. The transitions, the quick movement, the cocky attitude, it goes hard. It goes hand in hand with the snarky vibe of the song. I know I've said it before when I don't like it when the songs seem to sound completely different in sections, and you could argue that in this song that it is kind of there, but it is saved with how the transitions are used. Whilst the vocals of Chan and Jongin do add a softer sound, you can still have the confident beat in the background, especially when it builds up to the chorus. Chorus is so much fun, yet it might be an empty chorus for some parts, but the dance and the production of the music makes it so much more entertaining and fills a lot of that emptiness. However, the best part, we can all agree, is Felix. I mean, as I demonstrated earlier, his line is iconic. When the transitions through to the final chorus, then ending abruptly with Changbin's verse at the end, a full course meal, a circular narrative of going from start to finish, ending with Changbin's verse, just showing that they're here. This is what you get from them. I can understand why this might not be someone's favourite song. It can be a bit much and it's fast paced, which could be overwhelming. But I think the pauses it has with the pre-choruses creates a good balance in this song. Hyunjin stole this era for me. The confidence he exuded not only in the song but on stage as well was excellent. He was really in his element on this one. Now, the album. It took me a long time to process it because it's one of the best albums of the year for me. This is really, really up there. Every song is mastered and produced amazingly. Each song has its own flavour and sound, and the experience listening to the album is a roller coaster. My favourites probably being Another Day, Blueprints, Airplane, Phobia and Ta. I mean, I still can't pronounce it. I said it in my unboxing video. Ta is really good. But really, all songs are amazing and some of the best in their discography. It is clear how much Stray Kids have progressed since their last comeback. It feels more mature for them compared to the releases before. They 100% know their craft and what they're here for and their ability, and they're not afraid to show it off. And with only being 2 years old, that's significant to have. And this progression and evolution is important. This whole comeback was so much fun. The music video we got not only for God's Menu, but also for Blueprint and Easy, this is such a feast to have. I think overall this comeback was one of the best Stray Kids have had. 2019 was a rollercoaster of high highs and low lows for Stray Kids, and we can clearly see why. This comeback seems like the breakthrough of Stray Kids finally in their full craft and element. Especially watching them since debut, it makes me feel so proud seeing how much they have developed, and Go Live is a culmination of all the hard work. It's a strong and amazing release.
How you like that?
How you like that? Blackpink. Okay, this is going to be a long one because I'm talking about 2 releases in one. But the fact I'm actually talking about a Blackpink comeback, not only that, but 2 different releases in itself is shocking. There's always a high expectation when Blackpink come back. With the achievements made, the views broken, it's like an event, and this was no different. It was an energetic and hype song, full of confidence, but not too much that seems arrogant. The song is supposed to be one to get hyped and to get energetic to when listening to it. How You Like That is just a song for people to solely enjoy and dance to, and that's fine. I do enjoy this song. Since first listen, I've enjoyed it. There were elements to it that I think have been improved since other releases, like the bridge and the ending dance break. The whole song is a fun listen. However, it does suffer from the same Teddy formula that has been in many Blackpink songs, Boom by Love, Playing with Fire, Do 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 Do, Forever Young and Kill This Love, just to name a few. Basically, they're structured very similarly, and you can easily guess what you will get in each song. I got this information from the channel Mirror, who gives a way more good in-depth about this whole formula and how it's structured, so watch that. While some of their songs might not have all these components, most of them do have that similar structure, and How You Like That is subjected to it as well. However, I would argue this time that this is one of the better ones they've had. Some of the structure is different, I would argue, as well as positions of some of the members. I think the bridge and the ending is one of the best they've had, and I like how this time the dance break is stretched out to give more of a show instead of ending more abruptly. I still do agree that this can sound like 3 or 4 other songs mashed up together, which can work for others, which is fine, and sometimes it does work for me. I was happy to see the girls back performing, and they did too. I love the music video so much, even though, like the song, it felt like a lot of different music videos at many points, but I think it worked in their favour this time. The shots and cinematography is always stunning in their videos. However, How You Like That was a release I expected and wasn't shocked by, but it was still enjoyable to listen to, and I always have so much fun listening to it. It's just not anything too revolutionary, which it doesn't have to be, and that's fine. There are many flaws if you look at it in detail, but sometimes you don't have to do that with songs. Just let people enjoy it. I mean, I did. Much more over.
Looks so good, yeah, looks so sweet. Looking good enough to eat.
Yeah, I didn't like Ice Cream. I mean, it's not a bad song per se, and if you enjoyed it, that's great, and I'm happy that you find enjoyment in a song where I can't. I will start talking about what I did like in the song. I'm so happy that Blackpink finally did a pink concept. I've been waiting for this for so long. I like the bright concept as well, and the music video. It was nice seeing a change of scenery, quite literally, as the music video was always cohesive for once. The retro concept I thought also fitted well with the production of the song, which I felt had a very 40s or 50s sound to it. Other than that, that's where the positives end for me. I'm not sure how I feel about the inclusion of Selena Gomez. Like Blackpink, already had a problem with line distribution, but here it's just messy. I'm really happy that Lisa got a really good rap sections for her, and I think her voice and style fits the song perfectly. However, with her getting so many lines, it puts everyone else at an awkward position. Not Lisa's fault at all, because she killed it on the track. It's just unfortunate for everyone else, and that's mainly due to the writing of the song. Jennie and Selena, I feel, have very similar voices, and Rose is the one that stands out the most. The way it's structured, with lines sound like half the time they're fighting over lines, and the coordination of who has it makes the song more messy for me, which literally leaves Jisoo out so much. She basically is demoted to background vocalist at this point, who only comes to say one English line over and over again. But the main problem for me is the lyrics. I don't want to get into it, but like, some of them do make me feel really uncomfortable. That's not on the girls, because they didn't write them. If it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable, that's completely fine, don't worry. This is what I feel. I think Ice Cream had potential to be good, but it all had the wrong things going for it. If it was just for the girls on the track with different lyrics, then it would be somewhat more enjoyable for me. I think so far Blackpink has had a strong run this year, and with their album coming out, who knows how it will be affected musically by these releases. I'm optimistic due to How You Like That, but with Ice Cream as well, you just don't know, but we'll see.
I'm a little monster.
Monster, Irene and Sugi. I was a bit skeptical when this was announced, just because it wasn't a full Red Velvet release. I didn't know how much I should dip my feet into this comeback, but me being a big fat revewithluv, I couldn't resist. Then the teasers dropped, then the track list dropped, then the samples for the album was dropped, but then the comeback day when we got the album, but of course we had to wait for the music video to come out, because clearly SM hates their female artists. And the conclusion I have drawn is that this is my favourite girl group release of the year so far. Monster is everything you could want in a dark concept. First of all, it's actually dark and has supernatural elements, not just your typical dark music video with red and blue lights, black clothes, sultry shots of members, fishnet tights and black boots. It's completely in a league of its own. I love how the concept is also inspired by literature and gothic novels, mainly the novel Carmilla, which I do highly recommend to read. The darker aura and supernatural elements in this create such an interesting story in the music video. But even before the music video came out, I knew that Monster was one of the greatest releases of this year. I was blown away the first time I heard it. The subtle use of high notes that seemed to replicate screams or even wolf cries, kind of similar to what they did in Really Bad Boy. Vocals in this were absolutely stunning as well. Of course, Red Velvet are known for their stunning vocals, but the way both Irene and Sugi used their vocals in this song was so different to anything before. The lower register in Sugi's voice at the start is heavenly and so seductive, and when Irene comes in right afterwards, it keeps the same seductiveness to it, with more mystery and a skiving tone to it. The transitions from lower to higher registers, harmonising and layering their voices with each other, is just so satisfying and works magically together. Not only that, but we are also accompanied by a very strong mini album along with this release. First of all, Naughty, which was the other promoter track, has the best choreo I've seen this year. Tutting is something I haven't really been exposed to before too much, but god, this needs to be used more. It's such an interesting style of dance that adds this different edge to the song. Naughty is also just a great club-inspired anthem. Unlike Monster, it relies more on spoken singing, kind of, I don't know what to call it, with both of them using their lower registers again, which is a really good combination. Feel Good, Diamond, Jelly are all R&B and pop-inspired songs, like something you would find on The Perfect Velvet, and Uncover was something we've all been waiting for, especially for me, with Sugi being my bias. I love this song. I love how Sugi drags her vocals and runs with many notes on this song. She knows herself and her voice, and that's something important for an artist to have. The stage and performances were so exciting to watch. Again, the Monster choreo is so intricate, and it just amplifies the rest of the performance even more. It's weird not seeing the whole of the Velvets performing together this year. Even if it has almost been a year, I'm still mad, and will always be mad about what happened to Wendy. But I'm happy that this year the girls managed to do something different than they wanted to. I'm happy that we got this unit, as it filled a hole that was really missing in this year. I hope Red Velvet do have an OT5 comeback before the year closes, but at least we have this.
말해봐다 어서 다 cause I'm not shy Not shy, not me 난다 원했다 Not shy, not shy, not me
Not Shy, ITZY. You don't know how badly I just wanted to do the opening of the song then. Anyways, ITZY are back with another comeback this year, again continuing their confident girl crush theme and atmosphere. But this time they've gone on the trail to Oregon with a sort of cowboy or western theme, I don't know what to call it. But anyways, this year ITZY have outdone themselves. Wannabe was a masterpiece with great music, and this comeback is no different. Not Shy is an empowering and energetic song that has distorted trumpets as its foundation. Energy and confidence is off the roof with this one, and it's great to see. I love how ITZY have really started breaking out of their rookie group image and moved on to something they're recognised for. It just makes their comebacks more memorable. Lena was a massive standout to me in this song. Her vocals and presence really shone throughout the song, music video and stages, which makes me really happy considering the amount of unreasonable hate she got over her stage presence and dancing earlier this year. Again, I love how, whilst this does fall into a very produced EDM empty chorus, the coherence and structure of the song really saves it. I love how it does progress into different areas in the song, but still keeps its original concept. It really feels like an ITZY track. I know it's not my favourite track by them so far. Sometimes the loud sounds used in the song can be too much at some points in the song, especially when you're not in the mood for it, but again, that's very subjective when it comes down to people. But it still doesn't beat Wannabe for me. However, this has got to be their best mini album so far. Luckily, I was on holiday when this came out, being safe on that, so I managed to actually listen to them properly in some sort of peace. Don't Give a What is a pop punk inspired track that is the song of the year for me. Louder and ID are fun club inspired tunes that give me a feeling of summer and what could have been. Surf is a more mellow or calm song that makes you want to go to the beach. I like its inclusion. Be in Love is very juxtaposing because at some points it feels very solemn, but then it turns into more upbeat parts, especially the Yeah We Need Each Other line. It feels very coming of age. Overall, I love this comeback. All of them look great, and I loved Ryujin's short platinum blonde hair a lot. Like, she was stunning, and I'm glad ITZY are still growing strong and have yet to disappoint me. I hope they continue this in the future, allowing more creativity from the members in the comeback and perhaps go down a really rock and punk inspired route one comeback. That would be something to look out for. Okay, I'm done for now. There's probably stuff I've forgotten to mention in this video, but it's gone probably really long now. I'm excited to go through the awesome comebacks, as reasons might be a door at the back, but for now I'm signing off. Please support by doing the usuals if you like this video, or why do be much appreciated, please. And yeah.